Welcome to Mrs. Pennington's baby development. So you're 7 weeks pregnant. Now what? So congratulations, you're at 7 weeks. Right now you've probably figured out who you need is your obstetrician or your midwife and who's going to work with you during this amazing pregnancy and delivery. You may or may not have seen them. You're getting there. You're almost ready to see a professional who will help you out during this lovely pregnancy and delivery. Make sure you keep your food up. That's really important. And keep your water up. And increase your protein if you can, if you're not feeling too sick all the time. If you are really losing a lot of your liquids, you're really throwing up a lot, and if your urine is looking really dark, then you really need to go in and see your doctor right away. You need to let them know that you have not been able to keep your fluids up enough and your urine is quite dark, and even though you've been trying, you've just not been able to keep enough liquid and food into your body. That's something that they might have to put you in the hospital and get some IV fluid into your body just so that you keep enough liquid around. So most ladies don't realize, but when you drink water, that actually replaces your amniotic fluid. So the amniotic fluid is the water that the baby is floating around in your uterus. It's like the uterus, and then there's water all around, and then there's baby. And of course, baby's attached to the umbilical cord, and the food you eat goes in through the umbilical cord. But also, the amniotic sac and the amniotic fluid around baby, baby swallows that as well. So it's really important to keep your water up so that you just think you are replacing that water, making baby's environment nice and clean. As you urinate frequently, especially towards the end of pregnancy, that's partially because you're urinating out that amniotic fluid. And then as you drink more water, it cleans it out for baby. So baby has a nice, clean environment and they're floating around in nice, clean water. And then towards later pregnancy, they're really swallowing that quite a bit. So we need to keep it nice and clean. So that's one of the reasons water is really important also for you. You're probably not there yet, but eventually if you get to the point where you are retaining water and you're looking like really swelling around your face, around your legs, that is generally because your body is holding onto it because you're not drinking enough. So if you notice that you just have a lot of water retention, you can also have multivitamins that have diuretics in them that really help you urinate out that water, and then just really increase your water, and that should help with the swelling and the fluid. Another thing you can do is soak in some of the bathtub with some nice Dead Sea salt, some air. A lot of times they have really lovely smells. Soaking is a great idea during pregnancy, especially as you go on later. It's really common now to have pools that are saltwater pools. So if you can go float around a saltwater pool or swim around a saltwater pool, that's a great thing to do during pregnancy. See if your local gym or your local exercise shop also has a saltwater pool in it. That's really exciting. A lot of times they're really affordable memberships and you have a gorgeous saltwater pool. It might be only 1 or 2 lanes, but you can get in there and float around and do a little bit of swimming. This is like way down, but as you get into your late pregnancy, your late 30 weeks, if you are an avid swimmer, don't do flip turns the last month of pregnancy. That actually will flip baby around, and then baby can get the umbilical cord around their neck at a higher frequency. So baby's head down towards the end of pregnancy. But if you are flipping your body in the pool with flip turns, that will make baby turn. So not a good idea. So if you're an avid swimmer, it's great exercise to do during pregnancy. But towards the end of your pregnancy, just touch the end of the pool and turn around. Don't do a full flip turn. We're not there yet, but just a thought for later on if you do get really into swimming. So light exercise is great during pregnancy. I swam all the way through my first pregnancy because I didn't have another baby at home to care for. So that was a great thing to be able to do. I would like to do that for this one, but I'm not sure. I got a couple other kids at home. It's a bit harder to go out and do more than a walk around the neighborhood with the kids. So if you're thinking about maternity clothes and what you're going to soon need, something that you might already be interested in is a Bella band. It's like a thin elastic band. They sell them at Target. They're awesome. They have different versions of them. Bella band is just a common one that a lot of women use. It's almost like the word Kleenex now, like a Bella band. Everyone knows what those are. Those are awesome during pregnancy. If you're at the point where your pants are just a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit tight, I don't like to wear like tight pants during early pregnancy. I know that it is fine and baby's fine and baby is very small, but I still feel like I'm squishing baby. So I tend to go for like a stretchy pant. My look during pregnancy, my clothing accessory look definitely changes when I'm pregnant, when I'm not pregnant. So when I'm pregnant, my favorite things to go for are those tight pants, almost like the yoga pants or the black stretchy pants, and then a long shirt to cover my backside. And usually like ribbing on the side shirt where it can stretch out. So I'll wear that more during pregnancy, and that's really comfortable. Or if you're into jeans and just not comfortable buttoning them or zipping them up a lot right now, you can get a belly band to go right over top of those. They have them in white, they have them in black, they have them in tan color. They're awesome. And they look nice at the end of your shirt. Just a little extra white strip at the end of your shirt. It looks really normal. So that's a great thing starting off. Most women start to show around 3 months. Now let's talk about this. If you have a long torso, so from here down to your hip, if that is long, you will not show as much. Your belly bump will not be as huge because you have more space for your baby to go. And you will probably be more noticeably pregnant during your 3rd trimester. So a lot of women who are nice and tall, they tend to pop during their 3rd trimester. Then you're like, oh, now I can see your gorgeous baby belly. Yeah, now your 3rd trimester. If you have a short torso, which is me, short torso. I didn't even know how short of a torso I had, or that I really had a short torso. Like I could wear a petite size sometimes because I have a short torso, but I didn't really know that about myself. Like I'm 5'5". I'm kind of like really average at like an 8 shoe size. Like I'm really average person. I'm usually wear a medium, very average, but I don't have a torso. So I get huge during pregnancy. My belly is just, I'm one of those people that the cashier always asks if I'm having twins, which I'm not. It's just really big. So if you have a shorter torso, this is going to be your story. You're going to have a big belly because there's just not as much space. There's no place for baby to go. So some women that are small and petite, they still seem to have more of a torso than I do. I have generally 8-pound babies, so they're just average, but I look very big, and that's just how I'm built. And that is how I carry my babies. They are all out front. They are right there, and it is very big. I'll show you as we go along. It is, I'll make you feel better about yourself. They get really big. A belly band is a great thing to start out with, and let's talk a little bit about maternity clothes. So if you're excited and you're thinking ahead of what am I going to need, so when I first went looking for maternity clothes, I saw small, medium, large, extra large. There's no like size 2, 4, 6, 8. It's just small, medium, large, extra large. What do you go with? Is small for like early in pregnancy and large for later in pregnancy? No. If you generally wear a medium, I usually wear a medium. Medium maternity clothes works for you. If you generally wear a size large, large maternity clothes works for you. So the thing is, the shoulder region, the neck region, that is built kind of for a small person. And then the belly bit is extended out. So if I try to grab a small shirt, the problem is it's too tight here. Like I usually wear a medium, but if I grab a medium, almost always works. So go for whatever size you generally wear. That's generally the size of maternity clothes that you're going to go for. Some basics, you're definitely going to need jeans with a good, if you're a jean girl in the evenings, you're definitely going to need jeans with a nice panel. Just about every single brand you can go for. I always get like some basic accessories from Target. You can look online, Pea in a Pod, Motherhood Maternity. They always have great stuff. If you know you like turtlenecks, you can go for a turtleneck maternity shirt. If you know you like looser shirts, you can go for that. One thing I would caution you in on is this sort of stretchy material is best. If you get like a business shirt like material, that's not going to stretch very much. And you're going to get to the point where you're probably going to outgrow it. Another thing to really take into consideration is when you're buying maternity clothes, maternity shirts, you really need to get them to come mid-hip, not top of the hip. If you put on a gorgeous top and it is top of the hip, as your belly grows, it is just going to go up. And then the bottom half of your belly is going to be hanging out. So if you're buying a maternity top, you should generally get one that is about mid-hip. And then as your belly grows, it will come up a bit, but you will be okay. That's something really to take into consideration. The best right now are definitely like this kind of stretch material with some gathering on the side. Those are awesome. I love the longer ones. If you're working in a work environment and you really need nice work looking clothes, you can get some of the button ups. Sometimes the button ups have like a string right under the bust area that will pull that back a bit. At least this region kind of looks like normal. And then it pulls it in right here. So then the belly bit is kind of accentuated in a good way. It looks good. I love a good stretch pant that's super comfortable. You can either go under the belly or over the belly, depending on what's comfortable with you, and you're probably not going to know yet. Under the belly, for a lot of people, especially like those black stretchy pants, that's pretty comfortable. With a jean, you're definitely going to want a nice panel at the top. The panels are really nice. Well, let's talk a little bit about bras. Before you get pregnant, before you ever have your first child, your breasts are only like halfway formed. As you have your first child, you go through your first pregnancy, your breasts actually finish developing. So they change rapidly during pregnancy. And then when baby arrives, they're fully ready to do what they were made for and give your baby milk. During your pregnancy, your chest size also will expand a bit. That was definitely a concern for me. The chest size does expand a bit. You've got a belly, you've got a baby in there, it's pushing on your ribs a bit. Your ribs will expand a bit, as well as your hips expanding a lot. But let's talk about the bra. First thing you can definitely get is one of these. Show you these great little hooks. This is great to start out with. It can just expand your bra. I usually find them at fabric stores. You can buy them online. Joann Fabrics, all those lovely places will usually have like a little bucket of them. Or most bra stores will have some, or just order it online. Get a couple different ones. So if you have 2 eye hooks, you can get a 2 eye hook one, or 3 eye hooks, you can get a 3 eye hook one. And then I would really suggest going ahead and buying an awesome nursing bra during pregnancy. You're going to use it after pregnancy anyway. If you can nurse, if your milk comes in and everything goes well, you'll be using that thing a lot. So my absolutely favorite nursing bras, and I tried quite a few before I settled on those, are the Bravados. They are awesome. I'll put a link in my video description. They are incredible. My chest cavity is a little bit bigger. It was like a 36. I was like a 36B before I ever had kids. I went with a large during pregnancy, a large Bravado bra. I probably extended out about to like a 38. Like the chest cavity definitely increased with baby in there. So a large was helpful with one of these. Towards the end, you're really uncomfortable. I would definitely go for a large to an extra large. The last 3 months of pregnancy and the first 3 to 4 months after baby, I can definitely wear an extra large Bravado. Like that is very comfortable. Or I can just go with a large the whole pregnancy and after if I have one of these attached to just extend that out. If you're looking at how much things cost, because nothing's cheap, you can go with a large with one of these. If you're like 34, 36, if you're like 30, 32, hitting maybe 34, you could probably do a medium really comfortably and then extend out with one of these the last 3 months of pregnancy, first 3-4 months after baby. And then if your chest cavity is just larger than that, like you're looking at like 40 or above, you probably do an extra large. I don't know if they make a double XL, but I'd look into it. They're awesome, comfortable bras. I have never been able to wear again my gorgeous little pre-kid bras. The Bravados do have a little change of the hook thing, so they like unhook and come down, but the strap still stays on with the nursing bra. That's kind of how it works. So there's like a strap that comes here and then actually around, but it's comfortable. And then it unhooks, so then you can feed baby and then hook back on. That's kind of how they work. They are very comfortable, and they actually have a little plastic thing that comes with it that you can change it into a normal bra, non-nursing, when you're done with babies, if you still really like the comfortable bra. I would not recommend an underwire. Most people don't recommend underwires during pregnancy. They're uncomfortable. They'll poke. For my first child, I just bought like some large uncomfortable bras because I didn't know. I was just like, what do I do? And I used them for a few months, but I should have just gone ahead during pregnancy and bought that nursing bra and used that during pregnancy, and then after baby was born, and then for a while after that too. It takes you a while to get back to your pre-pregnancy size. And that's one thing I did not know when I was having my first child, is I still wore maternity clothes for months after having my first child. So when you're looking at maternity clothes, you're going to want some summer and some winter, because you will probably be pregnant during summer and winter. And then after baby is born, most women cannot jump right back into their pre-pregnancy pants or pre-pregnancy shirts. Also, most women who had shirts that were like at the top of the hip pre-pregnancy will probably never be able to wear those again. Your whole body changes a lot, and a little bit longer is better. Just your whole upper structure is different. Those shirts that came kind of like to the top of the hip, they're just then too short. Just can't do them again. I don't know. It's a thing. You're also going to need a lot more undies. Your hips expand a ton. Your hips just slowly go out and out and out and out. So yes, your belly extends, and we all know the belly gets beautiful and gorgeous, but your hips really extend out as well, especially your third trimester. Like, they just really keep expanding out. You're just gonna eventually get like a size medium undie, size large undie, size double X undie, double X undie. Just get some basic Hanes bikini undies, different sizes. Definitely, I used to call them my parachutes, like the ones you wear towards the end. And when you talk about undies, I love Husband Coached Childbirth. It's an awesome book. I'll put a link in my description. He gave so many good suggestions all throughout pregnancy, and I feel like that's kind of missing, which is one of the reasons I'm doing this video, is because there's just not a lot of suggestions that the obstetrician or your midwife gives you during pregnancy. And he had so many good ideas in his books of how to different ways you can exercise and move your body towards the end, different ideas and suggestions. And one of his is, when you come home at the end of the day, when you come home from work, you put away your keys. He also suggests take off your undies. Like, you just need to wear just some comfortable sweatpants or pajama pants and let that area breathe. That area gets very uncomfortable. There's lots of changes, like there's lots of changes in moisture, changes in pH. There's a lot of changes. So you really do need to let that area breathe. Also, I'd really recommend cotton undies. And then when you're around your house, just wear your pants. Don't wear undies. Let that area really breathe. And then as you go further into pregnancy, you become really uncomfortable. I really recommend do not get recycled toilet paper. That can be really irritating to a pregnant woman. So no recycled toilet paper. You can soak in the bath a lot with some sea salts or some lavender. There's always great bath soaks. They always have gorgeous after birth soaks, and then during pregnancy soaks too. There's a lot of great companies. I love Earth Baby, Angel Baby, Earth Mama. I love LuSa. There's so many good ones out there. Anyway, so those are my ideas on maternity clothes and what to wear and what not to wear.